All right. So I think I fixed it. I think it was the way that I had the channel set up. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share this link out in Google Classroom one more time, and I'm going to share it with the other 7th grade teachers. It should work just like the other one did, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So let me see. Toss this link in here. Thanks for your patience, guys. I appreciate it. Let's try that. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's up. I'll share it with the other 7th grade teachers in case that didn't work, but hopefully everyone managed to make it back here. So go ahead and try to say something in the chat now. It should work. I think it should work. Say a nice hey. Okay. And hopefully that fixes the problem. So I don't know. I've been wrong before though. Let's see. I'm gonna fix my coordinate plane in the meantime while you guys are messing with that. Like I said, go ahead and say something in the chat, see if it works, and then hopefully we can continue with like the best part of it, which is the interaction. So if you have questions, you can get them answered or make sure that you are understanding what we're doing. So, hey, there we go. All right, nice. All right, we lost a bunch of people. So if you know people that were in there and you can maybe send them the new link, I put it in my Google Classroom and I sent it to your teachers. So hopefully we can get everyone back on the same page. So sorry about that whole mix up. This is what happens when I schedule things ahead of time. It just, it never works. I gotta be a little more spontaneous. So welcome back. Good to see you guys. Okay, good. And you can chat. So that's awesome. So if there were any questions on translations, go ahead and leave those in the comment section on the other video or ask them on Google Classroom because we're gonna go ahead and move on here because I gotta look at the time here. I have a clock on my computer. 8:10. Okay, so we have time. I'm not gonna stay on too late because I don't want to make this take too long. And I think you guys are better off than you think you are. Okay, so we're going to talk about a rotation now. Okay, and specifically, we're going to talk about a 90-degree rotation. My class has talked quite a bit about 180 degrees. We know that we're just going to flip signs, but let's talk about a 90-degree rotation because I think that can be a little bit more confusing. So there is one problem like this on the study guide, and you know what? Thank you, Mason. Or the baby wipes. Okay. Hey, what's going on? Okay. So let me get rid of this coordinate here. There we go. Look at that. That's clean. Nice. Okay. So I see it's possible I'm going to get some Math 7 students in here. Remember, this is a Math 8 review, so this won't necessarily apply to you. But good. All right, good. We're starting to see people come back. So, all right. So let's say, and I talked about this one in class, but I do want to go over it again. So we're going to do a 90-degree rotation counterclockwise. Okay, and this is on that sheet, counterclockwise. That says counterclockwise for the record, okay? So we want to rotate this shape 90 degrees. Counterclockwise would be this way. Okay, remember a clock goes this way. For those of you who can read an analog clock, I'm amazed by that sometimes. But anyway, so if I'm going to rotate it counterclockwise, I mean, if you look at what quadrant it's in mostly, it's mostly in the upper left quadrant, which means that the X is negative, but the Y is positive in this area, right? So like over here, we have positive, positive, right? Over here, we have positive, negative, okay? So my X is positive, my Y is negative. Over here, we have double negative, negative, negative. Okay, and then over here, we have negative, positive. Okay, so whenever you're doing a rotation, and I'm going to talk about making the number negative or using the opposite sign, that's what I'm referring to in this situation, okay? So when I am doing a rotation that's 90 degrees, the first thing I'm going to do, if I want to do this mathematically, because I'm not going to lie, eyeballing this is pretty hard, okay? I have a really hard time with this, and geometry has never been my strong suit. So, uh-oh, you're glitching. Try refreshing it. That does happen. But it is set to 720. I got a good camera on here. Okay, so what I like to do when I'm doing a rotation is I like to find a point that I feel like is really sensible, like a really easy point that I could move. So I look for stuff that's on the axis if I have it, or something close to the axis. Okay, so in this case, we're lucky. R is right on the axis. Okay, well, I'm sorry you freaked out, but I'm glad things are working now. So anyway, so if I want to rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, I'm going to rotate down into this quadrant. So this R that's right here on the y-axis is just going to move to the same spot, but on the x-axis. So it's going to be right here. So this is going to be my r prime. So I can see that visually. And let's talk about that mathematically, okay? So our coordinate here is over 0 and up 1, Okay. So what I'm going to do when I'm going to do a rotation, 90-degree rotation, I'm going to flip these numbers first. Okay. All right. So there they are. I flipped them. All right. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change one of the signs depending on which axis I'm going over. So in this case, I'm going over the x-axis to get into this quadrant. Okay. So I'm going to make my x coordinate the opposite sign. Okay. So in this case, I have a positive 1. I'm going to end up making this a negative 1. And this would make sense because now I'm going to go back 1 and down 0, and that brought us exactly where we thought we would wind up. So that actually worked out really nicely. Hey, Mr. Carbajal, thanks for stopping by. It's Math 8, so it will apply to you eventually. Yeah, so if you're on here from last year, do me a favor. I love seeing you guys. Thanks for saying hey, but yeah, don't flood the chat for me because, again, I got work to do, but good to see you guys. Thank you. All right, so like I said, I rotated the point to r prime, okay? So now I can start, I like to just do this straight up mathematically, okay? So I find that it's just a lot easier when I know this, that I'm going to flip these signs, because I see a lot of people trying to eyeball this, and it's not going to get you accurate results, okay? So I flip this point. Here's my new point, okay? And I'm going to erase, and I'm going to keep on trucking with the other ones. So again, if you want to see this again, how I did this, you can always stop the video when it saves, and you can always, watch it over again and rewind it. So, all right. So next order of business, I'm going to move S, okay? And I see that S is back 2 and down 1, okay? So it's back 2 and it's down 1, okay? So there's that, all right? So like I said, when I'm going to rotate 90 degrees, I'm going to flip-flop the Y and the X coordinate, okay? So in this case, I'm going to flip the 1 from the Y to the X and the negative 2 from the X to the Y, okay? So there's that, all right? And like I said, what I'm going to do, because I'm going over the x-axis into this quadrant counterclockwise, I'm going to make the x-axis the opposite sign that it is. So again, it's a positive 1. I'm going to make it a negative 1. All right. So if I did this correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, because with stuff like this, it's very easy to make mistakes, even for adults, because there are a lot of steps. And if you don't do all the work throughout all those steps, it's very easy to make mistakes. Okay. So, and yes, this is for 8th grade. I see that someone asked that. But I teach a 7th grade section that is 8th grade math. So that's, if you're on here as an 8th grader, it will apply to you eventually. So I'll leave it up here. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm sorry. So the original point, negative 2, positive 1 for S, right? Back 2, down 1. There it is. The new point says I have to go down. I have to go back 1 and down 2. And so they're saying, I didn't do that right. Hold on. I messed something up. Hold on. I messed up. Okay, so S is back 2, down 1, so I flip it, make that negative, right? Back 1, down 2. I think I'm messing something up here, but I'll figure it out once. Sometimes you just got to get going to figure out what you did wrong. Did my flip? Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I figured it out. I'm supposed to go. I had that right. Down 2 over 1. It should be right here. Where did I mess up? Oh, duh. Okay, sorry. This coordinate was actually back to down 1, so they're both negative. So when I flipped them, I had to make the negative a positive. So see, like I said, I made a mistake. So you can't see anything. Is it like blurry or is it laggy? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why it would be lagging. Everything's clean. So like I can see everything on my end. And if it was lagging for me, it would lag for you. But if it's lagging for you, it might be your Wi-Fi connection. I would just refresh that. So I just can't see the board thingy. Very glitchy. Okay. Well, that's weird. Let me see. Oh, let me see if I can make that better. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna try something else. Stand by. Okay. My goodness, what a fail. Come on, Mr. Coffee. You're better than this. Okay. Let me see if I can. Oops. Oh, I know what's happening. My bad. Okay. I think that's better. Is that better now? Let me know, because I don't want to continue if you can't see anything. That would be silly. Which is good, because it was really blurry, so you couldn't see me making a mistake, so maybe that was a good thing. No? Is it worse? Barely? Come on. All right. Leave me 1 second. Let me try one more thing. How about that? Okay. Are you streaming using your phone? No, I'm actually using my work computer, and I always do, and it's usually fine. So it's kind of weird to me that it's not working. Is my camera dirty? Let me clean that. Okay. Any better? Any worse? It is very blurry. Hello. Okay. Still barely better. What is the deal? Okay. Let me try something else. That's never happens. This is so ridiculous. Problem is just the resolution. I know. Look, yeah, math. The curse of math 8. We are constantly delayed. Okay, everyone, stay right here. I'm gonna end the stream again, and I'll start it back up, and I'll see if I can mess with my resolution. Okay. Okay. Better a tiny bit, but we can't hear. Okay, we can or can't hear me. I can talk louder. I'm trying to be, All right, whatever. I'm gonna end the stream. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So annoying.